Hello, everyone. Hi, how are you guys doing? Welcome back to another episode of The Expanse reaction. This is Rod Live, and my name is Matt. Okay. Hi, everyone. How's everyone doing today? So, we're watching a new episode of The Expanse, and I'm gonna open the TXT because I always forget to do that, and there's always new shit to write down. But, last time on The Expanse, what happened? Um, Everyone is going into the ring, and the ring has like a weird pocket dimension inside of it of blue shit. It's like a bubble, and we don't know what happens if you touch the walls of the bubble. It appears as if you disappear from existence, but that's as much as we know. And yeah, everyone is going into the bubble. Like the Rosie's already in the bubble. The Behemoth went into the bubble, and Naomi's going to the Rosie. There's the Martian ship that is chasing the Rosie. Um, who else was going into the bubble? Everyone was going into the fucking ring. Like literally everyone. Anna as well with the Thomas Prince. So yeah. We also learn about Melva. I've been told her name is not Melva, which makes sense actually for that to be an alias. So her name is not really Melva Mao. Her name is like, was it Clarissa? I think somebody told me it was Clarissa, because it was mentioned earlier, and I remember it was. I remember that at one point they named like Jupiter Mao's children, and somebody was like, "Yes, her name is Clarissa because they said it here," and I was like, "Well, whatever." I think it was Clarissa. I don't even remember that. I just think I remember Clarissa, but whatever. I'm just gonna keep calling her Milva because Milva. So we learn about her. She is Julie Mao's sister, and Drew Pierre's daughter. She's also the dumb bitch of the family, in the sense that I'm sorry, I don't mean to be incredibly hard on a character that we just got introduced to, but like that is like that is the way the show is painting her out to be. She is bent on revenge to James Holden, to the Rosie crew for screwing over Daddy, who clearly was right all along in making the Protomol child soldiers or whatever, you know. But yeah, she is that kind of character who strongly believes that whatever her dad was doing was right, that he got fucked over, that everyone else is wrong, and all of that. She also thinks that Julie was a failure, even though she is the failure, and even though Jupiter told her that she was the failure, because the thing is that like even in the flashback that we saw where Jupiter and Julie fought, and that caused the fallout, and that that caused Julie to leave, and which ended up everything that ended up happening afterwards in season 1 2, everything was because of that. We even had a scene where Jupiter was actually like, he was actually like praising Julie Mao's like conviction, like resolve, and her attitude, despite them disagreeing fundamentally on the way they see the world. They He did like respect her because of her attitude, and like Melva didn't. Melva was like, bitch finally left. Like she actually called her a bitch, which I think is fair game for me to call Melva a bitch in turn because Julie is great. She was talking mad shit on her, and then Drew was like, "Don't talk about your sister like that," and then like Drew was like, "Well, she has all these things going on. She has like the resolve to carry our family name into the future. What do you do?" Like, what do you do, Melva? I know her name's not Melva, but what do you do? You plan parties, and that was like the thing, because like Julie was like, so Melva was like, "Oh, you made a whole scene, and we had to kick everyone out of the party, and everyone's gonna talk about it, and you're not ruining your name, but it's also my name and Dad's name too." And it's like, is that really the only thing you care about? Like, is that it? Like, oh my god, you're awful. You're an awful superficial person. Which makes sense for, like a rich guy's daughter character. Like it does make sense for the two of them to be what they are, because one of them is the awful kid who grew up being rich and just like, whatever, this life is fine. And the other one is the one that realizes, no, the belt is fucked because we keep exploiting them. So I'm gonna go and help over there, and just gave the middle finger to her family, and she left. And one of them was cool and the other one wasn't. So that's what we have. But the fact that like I don't think she feels like literally anything for Julie Mao dying. That tells me that she's inherently a bad person. Also, she killed that one guy. And she does feel bad about killing that one guy, but I don't give a shit. She killed him, so fuck her, right? But yeah, her plan to I suppose assassinate Holden backfire. So, and everyone went into the ring, and yeah, we'll see what happens there. Previous episode, I feel like that was, oh yeah, and then at the end, Holden was like, Miller told me what the fuck to do, you piece of shit. And Miller showed up, and Miller was like more aware, like whatever he was saying was more clear, and Holden was like, you seem different, and Miller was like, yeah, we got better reception here in the ring, which was kind of funny, but yeah, so yeah, and Miller told him to go essentially to like the black spot or whatever that there is inside of the ring, like in the pocket dimension there's like a black orb of whatever that they saw that was sucking in the missiles. By the way, it was sucking in the missiles. Is it a black hole? We don't know. I don't know what it is, but Miller told him go over there, essentially, and Holden left the ship on his suit, and then he made a jump. And I suppose the jump is just gonna carry him all the way to the thing. And Naomi's coming, and they're just gonna near miss each other, I suppose, and that is the end of that. I also had like a theory that maybe there is like time is running at different speeds, inside and outside of the ring, and yeah, I don't know where there's merit to that, but I think that would be cool if they did that. But yeah, I think that is pretty much it. We do have like the side of the story with Drummer and with Ashford, and Ashford is like a very interesting character. By the way, I was told that Drummer is apparently not an actual. Well, she's an actual real character in the book, but apparently she's like an amalgamation of like 3 or 4 different characters in the show. Like, and I'm just like, that's actually rad, because I didn't know that, and because I think Drummer is like great, is a great character, and it seems like they thought people like her, and they were like, yeah, sure, let's just make her like an amalgamation of all of these, like whatever, it doesn't matter, it works, and I think that's cool. I was told that they did something like that with Aaron Wright as well, because the actor was just like really good doing that, and I like that. I like the show taking some liberties in how they approach some things that don't really affect the overall story, but it does just make it cooler in a way. It's just what people like, so they go like, yeah, sure, let's just do that. But yeah, I think that's it for this recap. I think we can just move in to The Expanse Season 3, Episode 10. And by the way, Episode 10, like, this season flew by. I feel like I just realized, oh shit, we're nearing the end of the season, and then we have like one more, and that's it. I don't know if season 5 is gonna air by the time I'm done with this, but I don't know. I still have like Dark on deck, like ready to go. Like, so as soon as I'm done with The Expanse, I'm jumping to Dark, and then I don't know what I'm gonna do, but like I could watch Good Omens. That was like a short show, and then I'll figure it out from there. But like, okay, I'm getting sidetracked. Okay, so The Expanse Season 3, Episode 10. Let's just go.
Thanks, both of you, for everything. Do not follow me.
Alright. Explicit explanation. Explicit order, yeah.
Starting to wonder if I'm cursed.
Yeah, why is that?
Is Miller floating with you?
Is out of the whole human race, you're the one flying toward the mysterious alien artifact with the dead guy?
Mm-hmm. This is fun. This is really fun.
Your program, just like me.
Always had this crazy notion about free will.
Then how come it is?
Yeah, brain is just
every time
chemicals,
there's
isn't
some
it?
clusterfuck shitstorm situation in the universe, there's James Holden shrugging shoulders, saying, "How the hell did I end up here?"
You're really pumping me up for this mission.
You're the patron saint of lost causes, kid. We're running from it.
What's gonna happen here? Is it gonna get like disintegrated and reformed somewhere else? They're about to get in.
Dr. Volovodov, I heard you were a Methodist.
I am.
Me too. First Methodist, Cedar Rapids, Iowa. It's part of the North American Trade Zone.
We're all a long way from home.
Yeah, a very long way. You think God wants us to be here?
As far as I can tell, Scripture's quiet on this one. Excuse me.
All right. How does that feel like? Does it feel like anything, or?
I thought it was going to be a wormhole.
It's not?
In theory, wormholes connect distant points in space.
This doesn't look like space at all.
Exactly. Whatever it is, it's highly energetic. Its emissions are swamping our sensors.
I think it's beautiful.
There's something at the center.
And there's a person flying towards it.
That's the slingshotter,
Oh, that's it.
filter torpedo.
Oh yeah, all the mechanicals are getting sucked into it. Oh, there's an orbit?
Sorry, Pastor.
Okay, what's the deal with this guy? Doesn't matter.
Guys, why aren't you talking?
Think about what happened.
Belter Skiff, this is the MCR in Shusen.
I am en route to the Rocinante. Have you contacted them?
This is a policing action. We have been ordered to apprehend James Holden and crew. Your assistance is neither requested nor required.
You can't possibly believe that the same James Holden who saved Mars has started blowing up innocent civilian ships.
Stand by for final clearance to drop.
Haven't thought that maybe Ganesh into Shusen. Oh, speaking of.
So he's crazy. I suppose you could make that argument.
Fantastic.
But I don't believe he would blow up the Sungun. That's definitely not his style.
Are you gonna tell me what that thing is?
Yeah, just as soon as we get down there, we'll both know.
Should have brought a gun.
Wouldn't do you any good.
Oh, okay.
Calm down at station security. It's about the only thing protecting you right now. Got a little company.
Martians.
Yep.
What are you doing?
Speed boost.
Trying not to get caught.
You can't go fast.
Down. Remember what I said about doors and corners?
Don't start with that shit again.
Hey, you're no good to me if the station squashes you like a bug. Slow down.
Doesn't the momentum continue?
Just exercising some free will.
Hey, just being an asshole.
I like that the investigator has personality. I mean, he has a Miller personality, but I like that he has one. It's not just an avatar.
None of this stuff weirding you out.
You want me to say this is some weird shit? Yeah. This is some weird shit.
Thank you.
All right.
We're playing way out of our league here.
That's been true ever since we've been sharpening sticks and going after lions. But we're still here. I get it. Alien shit, magic gates, Naomi bugging off to go play Belter, Holden doing...
Whatever the fuck that is.
I have no clue what Holden's doing.
Yeah.
I haven't felt fear since I was 5 years old.
Oh shit.
I could go through life without feeling fear.
No.
You know?
Yeah. You don't.
I can't stop thinking that being in this place, that maybe this is it. Like, we're all gonna die.
We are gonna die.
No, all of us.
Like the
Humanity.
yeah, the entire race.
Back in Baltimore, I had this friend.
Okay.
And she said
Background.
if the end ever came, she'd grab a bottle and her 2 cats and go to the roof, have a toast, and then jump.
With the cats.
Like a fucking pharaoh. I'd take you with me too.
You're the cat. You're the cat, Alex.
Field that manipulates inertia in ways that we don't understand.
Exactly. I was like, how?
Their internal systems are still functioning normally, even though the objects themselves have been stopped. I bet that if an object were to exceed the speed limit inside this ship, nothing would happen to it. We should test that.
What is the speed limit?
Maybe it's interpreting these objects as threats, and that's how it isolates them.
There's no way to know why it's doing anything. Best we can figure out is how. I don't think biological models are going to help us understand this.
Kind of makes you nervous to think that it's alive and watching us, don't you think?
It's only doing this to constructions, isn't it? Oh, she's sabotaging the ship.
Show the Rocinante's course. Show this route to intercept the Rocinante. Within the speed limit, I need to get there before the Susan.
Okay. Intercept not possible with current speed limit. Okay. Is she gonna fucking mess with the ship so they can go over the speed limit? Does she wanna steal a shuttle and go over there herself and just plug, everyone.
It's just too bad we don't have our chief engineer to build us some probes.
You have something to say.
Yeah, I said it. We needed Nagata here, you let her go.
This isn't a slave ship.
No, it's a warship. The belt's first and only.
And I'm its captain.
Okay, Aku's about to happen. Fucking Diogo over there.
James Holden, please respond. Shit!
He's not slowing down. Bobby Draper here.
Really?
Yeah, it's me. I need you to slow down.
Shut the fuck up, I'm trying to... Sorry, Bobby, I wasn't talking to you.
Sounds crazy, yeah.
Who are you talking to, Holden?
Miller.
Microwaves.
Holden, are you alright?
Exactly.
Holden, you need to slow down and let us bring you in.
Just give me a minute.
I promise we'll hear you out.
I didn't blow up the sun moon, and Alex and Amos had nothing to do with it either. I gotta go.
That man sound rational to you?
No. At all. Okay. Slow down. Okay. What is this? It is a construct. And it's straight up opening.
What's in there?
Stuff.
Don't worry about it.
Nick's leading the case.
Do you even know what the case is?
Yeah, sure. It's we gotta find a records room, and then we gotta read the files, and then we see what's what. There used to be something here, a lot of something, a civilization.
This is the remains.
But now all that's left is a bunch of locked doors and some lights on the timer.
So what do we do?
Okay.
Figure out how to pick the locks.
Okay. Lore. What the fuck is gonna happen in here? Okay, we're not even halfway through the episode. We're gonna see something, I assume. What is the deal with this guy? Because like the way the show is giving him attention makes it look like he matters. So I'm trying to decipher in which way he matters. Is he gonna kill himself? Yeah, okay. Did it work?
That makes me want a donut.
She's like, you think you're cute, bitch?
If the Rocinante's reactor went critical, what would the zero survival radius be?
Does she have complete control over the Rosie? Can't she just blow up the Rosie?
I not like the things I'ma say to you. Or how she said.
This fucking bitch.
Captain should be you.
And he agrees with that. But...
And I've seen friends breathe the vacuum and watched my only child burn.
Is that how you got these scars?
You would do well to stop talking.
Interesting. I am way more experienced than you, so shut the fuck up. Doesn't mean he disagrees with you. It only means shut the fuck up. Remains of an ancient civilization that was here billions of years ago, but now it's no more. And there's just a bunch of constructions that they left behind. This is very interesting.
You know, help me get the system back online.
I thought you were plugged into this place.
Yeah, but not to the records. See, they're locked, remember? So you can, you know, turn the key.
So you're meant...
What do you need me for?
Because you exist. Okay? That's why.
Yeah.
Seem real enough.
He's not.
A couple 100 billion brain cells in your skull.
Okay.
Got more synapses than stars in the universe. You are a fancy hand terminal with a lot of buttons. And I push a few trillion of them buttons in exactly the right way, and ta-da! You're talking to Miller. Sound of his voice, the clothes he wore.
Plus a hat.
Yeah, I like the hat. Plus, I'm pushing the...
But he didn't know about the hat.
Magic trick.
So's your whole damn reality, kid. Just different buttons being pushed.
Maybe I'm the...
Also, this is true.
Whoa.
We're getting crackhead here.
Okay?
My father used to say that God gave us two texts, scripture and creation, and if they seem to contradict, it's because we haven't understood one of them yet.
Okay.
I have a favor to ask.
Okay.
One of our crew has passed. I understand you are of the same faith. Would you be willing to say a few words at his service?
Of course. Who is it?
It's the guy you met earlier.
Jordan Nemiroff.
Alright.
What happened?
He was cleaning his sidearm and accidentally discharged the weapon.
It was not accidental.
You look grim. Who died?
Oh shit.
Somebody died.
Yes.
An officer who tried to talk with me during the transit. He was scared, and I was so
Enthralled by.
ignored him. He killed himself.
Okay. She's blaming herself for it.
I was too distracted.
It's still
Completely understandable. We've had some pretty unprecedented distractions. Should have been more focused on why I'm here.
helping.
I'm here to talk to people.
Yes.
To offer comfort where comfort is
Okay,
needed.
so
To sit with
she's
people when they're scared.
she's super guilty about this because she forgot about her like main function. Do you matter? Oh no, she bumped into Bova. Does she know? Yeah, she does recognize her. She does recognize her because she was in the flashback too. I remember.
Maybe he's controlling the thing somehow.
Oh, you can't seriously believe he's controlling the
Open
thing.
for him, you saw it. I want you to take us in and get us close to that portal as fast as you can.
I only spoke with him a few times, and I regret that I didn't know him better.
She actually does regret it.
You're very good at that. Reaching out to people in pain.
She is.
You look preoccupied.
Yes.
I think I just saw someone who didn't want to be seen. When Jewel Pierre Mao became public enemy #1, he took his whole family down with him. All of their assets were frozen. Several of his family members were detained and interrogated.
I heard something.
But one of them was
A
missing.
few of them managed to disappear. Jewel Pierre Mao's daughter, Clarissa. She was disguised as a service tech. I was gonna call security, but
She saw the
I
service
was
check
social
earlier.
with Clarissa. A little. Look, our fathers are cut from the same cloth. If she is on the run because of him, I don't want to be responsible for making it worse. Are you going to reach out to her? You think I should? I think you should do what you think is right. You can trust her.
She's gonna get her killed. God damn it. Anna's gonna get that other lady killed too. She's trying to help too. God damn it, Clarissa. This is like a really fun place. Okay, what is this? What is that? Put your hand in there.
Complete that circuit.
Is Miller in there? Or is it just a heap of proto-molecule pushing my button?
You're running out of time, kid.
Not good enough.
Give me more explanation. I need more.
For all I know, touching that thing could end up killing everyone I love.
The
This is
same
true.
people she died to save.
No risk, no reward.
You're being too cryptic, dude.
You died together. But she was already gone, wasn't she? She couldn't feel any more pain, but you could. It'd tear you apart one atom at a time. Or did you burn?
Miller?
He disappeared. Well, I don't like this scene.
Check up on me.
It's just the two of you alone.
been down here a while. You just can't stop giving me advice, can you?
I'm trying to help you.
Yet still you call me out in front of the crew.
Yeah, I could have done that better.
You put it in everyone's head. And after I left, I bet you were all praised for me, yeah? How important it is to respect the captain and so on. That way when the turn comes and you take over, they all know it was because you had to. No choice.
Oh, we have a problem. We need to work it out.
Or else, what?
That lady's gonna see Clarissa fucking with the ship. And then she's gonna clear her. Yeah, okay.
Whatever your dad did or didn't do, you had nothing to do with any of it.
It's not his fault, it's Holden's. He's gotta pay.
Okay.
You have no reason to be suffering for it.
She's an Avenger. She doesn't care about herself in a way. There we go. She's dead.
When a child dies, some sort of angel takes their hand and falls halfway, so they wouldn't be afraid. I tried to be the angel, but I was so scared. So she held my hand, and I told her, if you fall with me, it ain't gonna be for halfway.
It's good to see you, Miller.
So he is real to a degree. He's gonna touch it.
I have to do this. There's no way to explain, but you gotta trust me, please.
Think about Amos. Alex. Think about Naomi.
Doesn't want to hurt us.
They shot at the thing, didn't they? Oh yeah, of course, the inertia. Oh, but now it detects that as a threat. Well, it's not gonna do anything. It's gonna reform, isn't it? He's dead. Okay, everything stopped. Everything has stopped. Is that guy dead? There we go, he's dead. Holden touched the goddamn thing. At least it was only him, not everyone else. And now he's been assimilated into the mainframe.
Now or never, Holden.
Do it. Yeah. Okay. You Holden become one with the mainframe now, too. Okay, he's seeing everything. He's literally seeing everything. We're going backwards in time. The fucking bird. Cool shot. The universe. Oh, cool. Cool. Multiple of them. Okay. What's happening? Talking about this episode is gonna be awful. Alright. Okay. Are you brain dead now? You might be. Okay. Alright. How am I gonna talk about this? So every episode in this fucking back half of the season is just like what? And then nothing. And then I'll just have to wait until next week. And then next week they do the same shit to me again. Like, come on, man. Like, why am I watching this on a weekly basis? Why do I do this to myself? But anyway, so let's go over what happened this episode. So Holden left a message for Alex and Amos saying, I have to do this shit because Miller told me. And then we have a scene with the both of them being like, what the fuck are we doing here? And what the fuck is happening? And I like that there's the contrast between Alex, who's fucking terrified because he was always the anxious guy, and then Amos, who's the guy who feels no fear. And they talked about it, and Alex was like, I wish I could live my life without fear. And Amos was like, no, you don't. You really don't want that. So that was a cool little moment for the both of them, and that's pretty much all we got for the both of them. So the rest of the episode, we saw Holden is flying towards the thing, and Miller is there, and he is just being like, yo, what's up? Just being Miller. But I like that a lot of things were brought up in this episode that I don't know what they mean, and I don't know what to think. But like, okay, so Miller at one point said, do I want to read verbatim what he said? Because that was pretty cool. Expanding the lore of the universe. There used to be something here. A lot of something. Civilization. Billions of years ago. But now, all that's left is a bunch of locked doors. On some lights on a timer. You figure out how to pick the logs. Okay. We're expanding the lore of the universe. And I don't know whether that is to be trusted or not. But that means that, well, that just means exactly what he said. There was a civilization here, but it's no more. It ceased to exist for whatever reason. And all that we see, although we see the pro molecule and the ring and everything here, all of this is just like an automatic technology that was left behind after the life forms died, essentially. So, okay, cool. But like, the question is, what is the end goal here? So the investigator Miller here says that. And by the way, somebody left a comment saying that I have seen the investigator before in season 1. And if that is true, that means that, like, the Julie that we saw alongside the Miller that we saw, that they saw in each other, was the investigator. I suppose that's what it means. But, like, okay, so I'm trying to think why would the investigator show up for them though, and now for Holden? Also, I don't know what the investigator said was mostly poetic and thematic, or if it was like practical, like literally, when he talked about Holden just being another machine that is just following programming. Because like I understand it being like poetic and thematic of like, yeah, your brain is just another machine. Your brain is just a meat machine. Like, honestly, that's what it is. It's just a meat machine. Your emotions are just chemicals. But then it's the fucking meme image of like, fool, for you trust chemicals to tell you that they themselves are chemicals, and it just becomes all this crazy nonsense. And it's like, yes, whatever. So, but he's talking about, do you think it's coincidence that like every major event that happens, every clusterfuck of bullshit that happens, Jim Holden is in it? And it's like, dude, I would love it. I would actually love it if this was like a meta narrative. If this was just like, we're all characters inside of a novel or a TV show, and you're the main character. So there's an exterior force that makes you the actual center of the universe, and that is the fact that you are the main character. That would be fun. That would be really funny. But it wouldn't fit this show. It wouldn't fit the seriousness and dramaticness of the show if they went the four-wall route. But I would kind of love that, actually. I do like shit like that. It's really stupid, but I like it. So, okay, back to the actual episode. Holden is about to go into the thing. It is an actual construct. I thought it was like an energy orb. It's not. It's an actual construct. So when he reaches it opens for him and he goes into it, and it's like a tunnel of blue shit. Miller tells him to go, and he keeps going. So we got the return of Gunny here. We saw her in one scene on the first episode of this novel a couple episodes ago. And I thought that somebody told me on Patreon that she was aboard the Shusen. Was that the name of the ship? Because they mentioned that on the episode that she was in, and I just didn't get that. So when the Shusen came through the ring, Gunny was already in it as well. So now that comes into play. Gunny is just in here, and they're all wondering, what do we do here? What's happening? So their mission is to apprehend Holden, chase him and apprehend them. So they do continue to send communication to Holden, trying to be like, yo, talk to us, James Holden. And then the only one that got any response was Gunny. And Gunny was like, it's me. And Holden was like, wait, really? Okay. And then he actually replied. But as he replied, he talked to Miller, because Miller kept talking to him. And to the Martians, that just sounded like some crazy dude just being crazy. Which, it is good and bad, because it means that A, he didn't willingly blow up the whatever ship it was. But on the bad side, it means that he's just crazy, and that's why he blew it up. He didn't do it because he was evil. He did it because he was crazy, and maybe he doesn't even realize that he did it. So, cool. The world thinks James Holden is crazy. Maybe they won't. No, I think they will. Fucking dumb soldiers are always super narrow-minded. Like, we're dealing with some dumb alien construct shit. So if Holden literally said, I'm seeing visions of a dead person that was absorbed by the protomolecule that crashed on Venus. Miller, who in a way saved us all. I'm seeing visions of him, and he's telling me to go and do all of this crazy shit. So, yeah, if he said that, I would be, in a way, inclined to believe him. And I feel like Gunny would as well, because I feel like Gunny trusts them. So they would be inclined, I would be inclined to believe it, because of the fact that we're dealing with some alien bullshit that we don't understand. Therefore, anything's possible. Like, literally anything. So if he said that, I would be like, okay, you could be crazy, but also there could be something to what you're saying. So we need to look into this further, right? We need to decipher this. But I wouldn't be like, oh yeah, this guy is a fucking criminal or whatever. Well, it is kind of a coincidence that like Clarissa is to blow up the thing happening. All that is happening at the same time. So I guess he has that going against him. But still, alien bullshit. You don't know. So all right. So that's happening. We saw scenes of this one random person. I wrote down his name and it doesn't matter anymore. Nemedorf. He sounds like Nimrod. So yeah, Nimrod over here. He killed himself. I was wondering, would that succeed? Because they did say if the speed of something breaks the limit, then it will be stopped. So the fact that he shot himself with the gun, I was like, is the bullet gonna break the speed limit and therefore stop in his mouth and not harm him? Well, I suppose it stops a little bit after they come out, so it would still go through him, right? Maybe? I don't know. I don't actually... Like, maybe it stopped in this... Like, it... The deceleration of the bullet itself alone stopped in his head, so it didn't... Yeah, it didn't affect the inertia rule or whatever. So, they also brought that, the fact that there is an inertia rule of anything that breaks the speed limit will be stopped. Okay. I still don't know why, though. I still don't know why that's the case. And there are also the things that are, like, on orbit around the construct thing that Holden went to, which are the probe, the missile, and the ship Highway Star was in. So they all made it in, and they were breaking the speed rule, but then they were slowly being pulled after they were like stopped, and then they were slowly being pulled to be in an orbit around the like construct thing that Holden went in. Okay. I also don't know what that means, but sure, that happens. So, okay, dude killed himself, and then Anna blamed herself for it because the dude came to Anna asking for like he was clearly concerned about what's going on, and Anna was like so amazed by being inside of the ring that she kind of lost sight of what actually matters and what her mission is, which is taking care of people. So she didn't pay enough attention to the dude who was clearly having a bad time. So she didn't console him, she didn't help him, and then he killed himself. And she blames herself for it because the thing is that it's not your fault, but it is your fault. Like, realistically, because Anna is able to read people's emotions, and she is able to be so good at talking and just understanding people and just being there for you that yes, if she wasn't distracted, she would have been able to identify that he was in a bad mood, in a bad state, and then she would have been like, do you want to talk? Can I do anything for you? Etc. And that could have probably saved him. It doesn't mean that it would have necessarily like 100% confirmed, but she could have helped him. She could have saved him. And the fact that she didn't, she is now blaming herself for it, and she is right in doing so, but also not, because it's not her fault, but she could have done things differently that would have saved them. So it's this weird area, and of course she's gonna blame herself for it because you can clearly see in what ways she could have helped, and she didn't because she was distracted with her own amazement of the like unknown and shit. So, and I like that then she talked to the other woman. I don't know her name. I don't think I'm gonna need to know her name because she's about to die. And she was talking to her, and she was like, I lost sight of my mission, of what I'm actually here, which is to help people. I'm here to help people. that's like the thing that matters the most, and I got distracted in like my selfish desire, which is just seeing all this cool alien shit, and I'm like, yeah, that's rad, and then someone killed themselves, and I was like, oh, right, I could have done something about that. So that sucks. That sucks for Anna. She probably feels like shit about it. She does. And then she did like this whole like talking about him in like a what is this called? Like a ceremony after he died, you know. And she had a nice little speech for it, and you know, that's it. Okay, so Clarissa wants, what the fuck does she want to do? Let me watch that scene again. The scene where she's, show me the Rocinante's new course. Okay. If I took a skiff, could I get to the Rocinante before the Martians? Not possible. If the Rocinante's reactor went critical, what would his zero survival radius be? Okay. And the zero survival radius includes, well, the Rosie and the Martian ship is like right on the edge, I think. So what does she want to do? What does she want to do? Because for a second I thought that maybe she wants to sabotage the ship that she is in, and then when that reactor goes critical and blows up, it will take the Rocinante with her. But that doesn't seem to be the case. She's too far away. Does she have full control over the Rosie on her like data pad, on her terminal? Because of the hacking that the cameraman did. Can that be a thing? Also, we didn't get to see the fucking cameraman and the reporter lady. Like, are they gonna put in a good word for the Rosie crew or not? Like, hopefully, but like we still haven't gotten back to that. Okay, so there is this thing where Ashford over here called out Drummer in public in front of everybody, just being like, we needed Naomi Nagata here. She's a chief engineer, and now we need a probe, and we don't have any. And so he's right, but Drummer has a heart, and she let Naomi go because she wanted to go, and because she understands that this matters to her and, like, suppose everybody. But it's more of an emotional thing. Ashford is just like, we needed her here, and now she's not here, and you're a bad captain because of it. Well, he didn't say that, but the thing is that, okay, so here's the thing, is that then Diogo went to talk to Ashford, and Diogo was like, you should be the captain. You have way more experience. You do all this crazy shit better. It's like, you're clearly the man. You're the best. You should be captain. And I like that Ashford didn't say no nor yes to that. I think he has said before that he thinks he should be captain. He said that to Drummer, I think. But he didn't say it here. Because the thing is that and what he told Diogo was essentially like, shut the fuck up. Like, don't say shit like that. Because I've seen a lot of shit, and saying shit like that is actually dangerous. So you don't want to say stuff like that, okay? She is the captain, and you respect the captain. And even if you think that she shouldn't be, shut the fuck up. Because that doesn't matter. What matters is what she actually is. And I'm telling you to not say stuff like that. It's smart. And I like that was not... He didn't acknowledge what he said. He just said, shut up. Essentially. Then, and I don't think we came back to this scene, I don't think, but near the end we have a scene where Drummer, where was it? Yeah, Drummer is maybe doing the thing with the probe. I don't know what she was doing, but she was in a room alone, and then Ashford shows up, and I'm just like, okay, the two of you alone in a room. I'm just like, okay, high chances of one of you ending up dead, and whoever survives is going to be the actual captain. And I fear for Drummer. So we'll see. We'll see what happens there, but like, man, I hope she doesn't die. I also am liking the character of Ashford, by the way. I also am liking him as a character. I don't necessarily trust him on anything, but I do like him as a character so far. Because he's like, he gives me very big lawful vibes in the sense of like a D&D tabletop RPG character alignment chart. He's somewhere on the lawful end. I'm not sure which one yet. Like, he looks like a lawful evil. I believe he's a lawful neutral. Like, he's a very by the rules, by the book kind of guy. But he also has his own agenda that he wants to push. But he will not push the agenda in any way that would break the rules. Because in a way his agenda are the rules. He wants people to do exactly the things that he says and to act the exact way that he would, because this is how we need to do things in order for the Great Belter Nation to be a thing, right? And for what he believes is the best, but he will not. Okay, I'm speaking too soon, because for all we know, next episode could be like he kills Drummer or some shit like that. But so far, at least, I'm getting the impression he's not the kind of person that would actively go against a superior. He will express his opinion, but he won't go against it because it's what he believes is right. Is that he believes something else is right and the best thing to do, but he will still follow the person in charge because we need to abide by the code, by the rules, and this is the way things are. And I'm just gonna say that you're doing some dumb shit, but I'm still gonna do it because you're the guy in charge. I get feelings from this character that he works like that. He functions like that. So I'm hoping the next episode he doesn't like kill Drummer or something. He doesn't like overtake it, even though that scene gave me a strong feeling that he might, or that Drummer, because like, okay, you can't just stop giving me advice, can you? I'm trying to help you, yet you still call me out in front of the crew. Yeah, I could have done that better. You did what you meant, you put it in everyone's head. And after I left, I bet you were all praised for me, yeah? How important it is to respect the captain, and so on. That way when the turn comes and you take over, they all know it was because you had to. No choice. Oh, we have a problem, and we need to work it out. Or else what? And then we didn't go back to that scene. Okay, so yeah, I like how Drummer she's always been like very cynical. She's also like very aware and very intelligent. I think they did make an effort into saying that the person who actually ran Tycho was Drummer, not Fred Johnson. She was like the second in command, but she was the one actually running Tycho. I believe they said that, and I can see it. And so the thing is that like I like how aware she was of and the things that she said there, because okay, so Ashford goes, I was trying to help, and then Drummer goes like, no, you did what you meant. You put it in everyone's head. Like the thing that you said, like the shit that you gave me about like Naomi not having to leave. And after I left, I bet you were all praised for me, yeah? Just like in that he was. Like he actually Diego was like you should be captain. That bitch is a bitch. She doesn't do anything right. And then Ashford was like, no, respect her, right? But Drummer is like, I bet you were like, respect her. I bet you were like all praise for me. How important it is to respect the captain, and so on, which is exactly what he said. And then she's like, because that way when the turn comes and you take over, they all know it was because you had to and there was no choice. the implication there, I believe, is that he will take over by force or by whatever other means, and so everyone will know that the reason why he did it is because he had to, because he still respects the captain, you know, like he respects the captain, but he had to take over because he was like the only thing we could do for the greater good, you know? And everyone will believe it because he was so vocal about respecting the captain at all times, which is exactly what I was saying. So Drummer is essentially going down the route of like, I don't believe any of your bullshit. You're a fucking huge manipulator here. And I'm pretty sure that the way this is going to go down is going to be bad for the both of us. Like, some shit's going to happen. And I'm ready for it. And she's super aware of it. And I like that. I want, like, that's the thing I still feel about Ashur, is that I don't trust this guy. I cannot get a proper read on this guy. Like, is he good? Is he not? Does he care? Does he not care? Does he follow the rules explicitly, or does he just pretend to do it? Like, where does this stand? What kind of character is he? So I'm generally curious. I want to know. I want to know, and like every episode, I'm just getting a little bit more, and I'm just like, okay, this way, that way. I don't know. So I like an interesting character like that. He's probably my favorite character from this book so far. I mean, what characters do we even have in this book? I know that a lot of this book is like fucking rushed as all hell in the show, but like so far he seems a pretty cool character, and a lot of it is on the actor that they chose. I have to say, the actor that plays Ashford here, he's pretty dope. I like him. He's doing a good job. But anyway, moving on. What else to talk about? I mean, there's some shit to talk about. Yeah, for sure. I'm just trying to get it all the way first. But whatever. So this debutante lady, I don't know her name. Doesn't matter. She's gonna die. She realizes that Clarissa Mao is in the ship. Cool. And Anna accidentally gets her killed also, because she goes and tells her, you should go and talk to her. You should go and talk to your friend. If she needs anything, you should be there for her. Thing is that Clarissa is so fucked in the head, and she is the Sasuke Uchiha of the show. So she's like, I'm just gonna kill James Holden, and I don't care what happens in the process. So as soon as she got found out that Clarissa is here, that she exists, that she's in the ship, she's like, all right, that is a loose end, we need to cut it. And does the thing with the mouth, and she's just gonna kill that lady. So that I see it as like a further step on Anna's storyline, because the thing is that we see the dude that kills himself in this episode, and Anna guilts herself for it. Then now we're seeing that this lady that Anna's talked to a couple times, she is like, I have a friend, and she's like, Jupiter Mao's like daughter or whatever. Like she gave all the information to Anna essentially, and she was like, it seems like she needs help. And Anna, completely oblivious to what is actually happening, goes like, oh, you should be there for her. You should try and talk to her. And she goes like, yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. And then she's just gonna be dead. So then Anna is gonna have to put together what actually happened. And Anna is going to have to act based on it. Hopefully not get killed by Clarissa as well in the process, but maybe Anna can do something about that whole end of the story. That would be dope. So yeah, I like that. I like that I can see, like, I can see the lane of the path for that storyline being set up, and maybe that's where it will go. But yeah, so... All right, so back to Holden in the blue shit world, whatever, in the construct. So he is wondering, are you actually Miller? Like, is there anything of Miller in you, or is it just like a creation of my mind that looks like Miller, with like a Miller skin on it? Which in a way, I believe it is, but I believe it is that, right? But like he starts questioning, what even are you? Like, should I trust you? Because like I don't actually know what the fuck this thing is. I don't know what it will do if I put my hand in it. Therefore, I'm just like, Therefore, like, there's nothing that guarantees me that if I put my hand there, everybody will die. So I'm not gonna do that until you give me an actual reason to do it. Until you give me fucking confirmation. Something to trust you, right? So then Miller starts talking and says some weird ass poetic Miller shit. Essentially. I'm gonna... Okay. So he says... She said... When a child dies, some sort of angel falls with them halfway, you know, so they wouldn't be afraid. And he was like, he was afraid, so she held my hand. And I told her, if you fall with me, it ain't gonna be for halfway. And then Holden was like, it's good to see you, Miller. Like, he was like, okay, you're Miller. Only Miller would say some dumb shit like that. Some corny ass shit like that. I don't know. Like, that is not something Miller has ever said, I don't think. But like, I don't know. I still don't know if it's like an actual construct. Like, he did say that he essentially would just like push the right buttons in Holden's brain in order to create an image of Miller. It's like, there's Miller. I'm look like Miller. There's Miller clothes. My personality is like Miller, and there you go. You know, which is like fair, but like, is there anything else to that? Like, it seems that they're hinting at it there being more to that, but I don't know. Anyway, the Martians come in and they go like, all right, think about it, Holden, think about all Alex and Amos and Naomi and all that shit. It's like, just come with us, man. It's gonna be fine. And then Holden is like, all right, I have to press it. So he's gonna press it and they shoot at him. And I like that Holden was like, and then nothing happened because the inertia rule, because anything that exceeds the speed limit is gonna stop. So all the bullets stopped. And it could be because of the inertia rule, or it could be because it detected it as a threat and then it stopped it. Either or, bullets were stopped in midair and nothing happened. Then, yeah, I think it did detect it as like a threat, because then some shit's starting coming out of the ground and the walls. Yeah. Yeah, off of it, like a couple pillars, like a couple of things started to come off of it, like constructs. Very, like, shapes constructs. And then this guy goes like, a grenade, and just throws a grenade at it and, like, destroys it. Here's the thing, though, is that immediately that guy gets lifted up and suspended in animation in midair. And then everyone else is also suspended in animation in midair. Everyone, every ship, everything that is inside of the ring gets suspended in midair. Not suspended in midair, but like the ship stop, and that makes everyone else also like car crash move into like a wall or a ceiling or whatever. And the thing is that I just saw that Clarissa was about to kill this woman, and then they got like stopped because of this. So she might not be dead. She could be dead. I believe she might be dead. But there is a possibility that she might be able to get away because this happened. And also Clarissa has like a timer, I believe, in her like enhancements. And then she passes out, right? So that could happen. So anyway, the dude gets suspended in midair, and then the protomolecule just does like the sand coffin, the Gareth sand coffin, and he just gets completely disassembled. Just like, not only his suit, just his entire skin is just muscles and skeleton, and then all of that gets squished into tiny particles, and then all of that gets assembled into the hole that he created with the grenade. And then Holden just looks at Miller, and Miller goes like, now or never, Holden. And then Holden just goes and puts his hand on the thing. And then we see Holden's eye. His eye is blue. And then he sees the ring being constructed. And then he sees backwards the footage being constructed. And then the thing that came off of Venus, but like backwards. And the Arvagas getting reassembled. And then all the crazy shit that there was in Venus. And then Arrows crashing into Venus. All this in backwards, by the way. Then Arrows just going backwards. We get to see the naked body of Steven Strait here for like a second. Dude's ripped, by the way. Dude's actually ripped. He doesn't look like it in the show because of the clothes he wears, but he's fucking ripped. Then we see like the fucking bird, the bird from the season 1. What if the bird is the investigator? That would be some shit. That would be some fucking dumb shit if that was the case. That would be great. Alright, that becomes blue particles. We see another shot of Steven Strait just looking at something. Blue stuff. And then the blue stuff. And okay, I want to talk about this. So, then we zoom out from like space. From like a solar system or a star or something. And then there's multiple like portals that take you to different points in space. And they're all inside of this like blue bubble. So what I'm thinking is, my immediate thought was, this is like a hub. This is like a transportation hub that is supposed to take you to multiple places in the universe. You go through here, and then you go through another portal, and it takes you to another place in the universe. So it is a hub that connects wormholes. Thing is, that all civilization has died so long ago, and like the human race is like the only civilization left that is alive right now at this point in time. And now they discover this shit, and the only portal that opens is the one that takes like the solar system into the hub. And there's no any other portals because everyone else is dead. Everything else is just gone. That doesn't mean that there's any other civilizations. It means that there's no other civilizations that have managed to open a ring. So maybe the opening of the ring is something that is always meant to happen as soon as the civilization hits like a threshold in technology. Then we see all the portals, and there's explosions happening on each portal. One to the left, one up there, one below, and I think that whatever's in there disappears. So I think that is just like that universe just dying. Just fuck it. Just like that system or whatever that is just dies. And then off the orb comes like a laser beam, and that shoots into what looks like a sun or like a supernova. And then that turns from yellow into blue. And then that explodes. And then Holden screams. And then he falls down and he's like brain dead or something. Like he's fully passed out. Like he's just fully open, wide open eyes and just like laying there. And that's where the episode ends. Okay. I have no idea what the fuck just happened there. I have no idea what he saw. I'm assuming that what he saw was he saw the present and then he saw it backwards and then he saw the past. And everything that he saw was what happened previously, like billions of years ago. And that's what killed every civilization. Like every single one of them blew up. Either because of the laser beam or whatever. And that was the end of that. Or he could have seen the future. Maybe he saw the future in a way. I don't know what the fuck he saw. I'm assuming Miller said records. This is like a records room. So I think he saw the past. I think he just saw the past. He got a vision into what actually happened. And now he's going to have to piece together what actually happened. Was he able to feel what happened? Or know what happened? Or did he just see pictures? But like, I saw him like screaming and shit. So there is a possibility that he felt that. He felt like billions of people dying in like that system or whatever. A lot of this is just a speculation. But I cannot do anything better than this. This is all I can do. I'm just going to say shit, and if it comes through, great. If not, then not. But, like, that's it. That's the end of that. And I feel like that's the end of the episode. I feel like there's nothing else I can talk about. I'm just like, I have no idea what just went down, but something did. But anyway, I think we're done. I'm just going to skim through the episode real quick just to make sure it didn't miss anything. So Naomi's going to them, but nothing really happened there. They just stopped They just told Naomi to stop, and then she didn't, and then she stopped at the end because everything stopped. Going into the thing with Clarissa, the thing with Diogo and Ashford and Anna and Clarissa again, and Ashford, and then the Holden thing. Yeah, that's it. We're good. So that was pretty much it for this episode. I think we're about done. And dude, what the fuck is about to happen? I don't know. Like every episode, this back half of the season is just like crazy shit in the episode, and then at the end there's drop more crazy shit on you that goes unexplained, and you have to be like fuck for another week. Sometimes more than that. I still don't know a lot of shit, but like whatever. Anyway, I think that was it, and yeah, thank you for being here. Okay, thank you so much for watching this episode of The Expanse reaction. If you would like to see next one as well as full length, they should all be up on Patreon already, as well as full... I already said full length, sorry. Check out the links in the description, and I'll see you next time. Okay, everyone? Take care. Bye.